Hello and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be looking at Pokemon hot takes. Remember, hit that like button if you do enjoy this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and hit that notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload. Alright, to start off, we're going to be looking at the original post that was made 2 months ago. This is the most recent one I've seen on r/Pokemon that has a decent amount of comments. The original poster thinks that bipedal starters such as Delphox and Incineroar are cool. To be honest with you, I don't think this is too much of a hot take. I don't think the issue with bipedal starters is that they exist. I think it's that there is a large amount of them and they all tend to be for the fire type. I think that's people's issue with it, more so than just bipedal starters, because there are bipedal starters that are really popular. Incineroar is one of them. I don't think you should be putting Delphox and Incineroar next to each other. I'm not a fan of Greninja. I don't really like his tongue scarf. Now, not being a fan of Greninja is a hot take apparently. I can at least agree to some extent that I don't love Greninja as much as everyone else. The tongue scarf is actually valid. I get why people wouldn't like it. I personally have no issue with the tongue scarf. I think it's really creative. But if you don't like the tongue scarf, fair enough. Galar isn't that bad of a region. Swish has a flawed story for sure, but I still think Galar is a nice region. Yeah, I totally agree. I think Galar is really good. I don't think you should hate the region based on the fact that the story might have been lackluster or even the gameplay. I think the DLC part of it, beautiful areas, really good, and it was our first sort of taste of open world with the wild area and the DLC areas. So yeah, fantastic. I really do think Galar is a really good region, and obviously I'm biased because of where I'm from. Straight away, I've skipped everything and I've went to number 4 because unfortunately you've invalidated everything you've said. By saying BDSP was good is crazy, bro. You can enjoy it, fair enough. BDSP, Jesus, they're such a low point for the Pokemon series in terms of how they function as games. They came out so buggy. Do you remember that they had to have a day 1 patch, and not just a normal day 1 patch like games have nowadays? One that if you have one that's not been updated, you have the awful music version. Just think about that for a second. That was released. This was released, man. I'm sorry, BDSP are nowhere near good. Either you personally enjoyed it or you're just trying to be different. I think this is what this is. I don't think anyone in good faith is making the argument that BDSP was good. You can say you enjoyed it or enjoyed some of it, but good as a game? Good games? No. They were not good games. They weren't well designed because they fundamentally didn't work a lot of the time and they were just buggy. Gen 5 is overrated. In terms of as a game, and in terms of what it added, and in terms of what it is as a full package, Gen 5 is absolutely astounding. Gen 2 being better than Gen 4, yeah, just wrong. Just wrong. You want to talk about the most overrated games of all time? Gen 2. The best Gen 2 games are in Gen 4. That's the craziest bit. Pikachu should not always be at the forefront of big celebration events. Looking at you, 7-star Pikachu for Pokemon Day. How do I say this? No. I'm sorry to tell you that Pikachu is the mascot of the franchise. Pikachu sells. I didn't realize I would have to say this, but Pikachu has to be the forefront of big celebration events. Pikachu's face is one of the most iconic things. You want to talk about the Mickey Mouse ears? That's fair enough. Probably the most iconic things of all time. You know what's a little bit down the list? Yellow, red, and black in a certain order. Everyone thinks of Pikachu. Everyone knows what Pikachu is. Even if they don't know his name, they will say Pokemon, because everyone knows what Pokemon is. No matter what generation you are. You could be a boomer, you could be a zoomer, you could be a coomer, you could be a doomer. The forefront is the big issue here. Pikachu is the forefront of the Pokemon franchise, so unfortunately, Pikachu does have to be at the forefront. That doesn't mean you can't show off other Pokemon there, which I do think Pokemon do. I think Pokemon do it all the time. I think they show off like unpopular Pokemon or semi-popular Pokemon. They embraced the goddamn Bidoof meme, dude. They animated Bidoof's big day and it is fantastic and everyone loves it. In some ways, I feel like people that write hot takes don't actually know what a hot take is. Volo and the Gen 9 AI professors were good villains. I don't know anyone that has argued this. I don't know anyone that's been like, there's good storytelling, No, I'm not a fan. Who is arguing that though? I'm not reading the rest of that one. That's pissing me off. Pokemon Home is ultimately pointless and will make almost no difference because 99% of the players will still default to copy-pasting Smogon by googling what's the best Pokemon team, resulting in 99% of the added ones still never being touched by 99.99% of the player base, with the number of people out of tens of millions actually trying different things. This is going to be a bitter pill for you to swallow if you're watching this video, and I'm sorry to tell you this. There will always be a meta with any competitive game. I guess your argument could be people aren't trying out different Pokemon that could be better than the meta. There's a couple reasons why people will always default to the meta or certain different things, and it's comfort, it's what do I actually think is going to give me the best chance of winning, and things like this. And if you're playing competitive Pokemon, the meta is really important. There are obviously Pokemon that can break the meta and it can be different. You've seen that numerous times. Remember the Pachirisu? They're trying to say that Pokemon Home being added to Scarlet and Violet won't change the meta, and unfortunately, that is just wrong. I have to just end this with this. You're wrong. There's many reasons as to why you're wrong, but we've seen it. Listen, I play competitive Pokemon on and off. Obviously not to a high level. I just play on Smogon. But I follow the meta, and I follow VGC, and I follow Smogon. And anytime the Pokemon are added to the game, it makes a huge difference, no matter if that Pokemon is strong or not. People will try and make things work. And so to say that 99% of the added mons will not be touched by 99.99% of the player base is just a flat out lie. I'm sorry to tell you this. And even if it wasn't wrong, I'm sorry to tell you, but again, there is a meta. And people will follow the meta, and there are stronger Pokemon, so they will be picked. I think that's just the end of the discussion right there. It can irk you, I guess, but I think you're just wasting your energy. New Pokemon look rushed at the time of the announcement / reveal. Now they look like bad fan drawings. So I assume this is talking about the Pokemon innits for the DLC. I think this happens with any new Pokemon that are revealed. I think until you see them in game and until you like get an actual connection to them, I think they're always going to feel a little bit off. Pokemon Legends Arceus was a great game, and it makes Scarlet and Violet look like crap from a game mechanics perspective. I don't think it's a hot take to say Legends Arceus was a great game. I don't think it makes Scarlet and Violet look like crap, especially from game mechanics perspective. I think they're just two very different games. I think Scarlet and Violet had different mechanics that they added, which wouldn't have made sense if they added Legends Arceus mechanics. See, I don't think that's a fair point. I don't think Scarlet and Violet looks bad because of Legends Arceus being a thing. Chikorita is the most unfairly treated Pokemon because they released it once, gave it bad stats, and then never gave it anything redeeming in follow-up games. I think you can make the argument that that's true. Chikorita didn't really get anything when abilities came out, where Feraligatr did, and obviously Typhlosion got a different form. So yeah, Chikorita and Bailey from Meganium have actually been unfairly treated. I don't think that's a hot take. The hot take title of this, a bit of a false narrative, but I appreciate the discussion. Alright, well, hopefully you enjoyed the hot take video. If you did, let me know your hot takes in the comments below, and maybe I'll have a look at them. And if you guys did enjoy the hot take video, as I say, I will have maybe a follow-up hot take video. Maybe I'll make a video about my Pokemon hot takes. Again, seriously, thank you for sticking with me, even with the inconsistent uploads. I'm going to be working on it. Just, as I say, been really busy this month especially, so been difficult to get videos out, but I will be working on it. And we're still shooting for 300 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you could like, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and hit that notification bell so you're always notified when I upload, that would be incredible. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.